The University of Technology has provided some clarification in relation to Member of Parliament Sibblies. The University of Technology has stated that Member of Parliament for Clarendon Northern Dwight Sibblies has been placed on secondment and is not operating in a substantive role as their Chief Internal Auditor. Information surfaced after questions were being asked about whether or not Sibblies has been collecting 2 salaries from the state, one as Member of Parliament and one in the capacity as Chief Internal Auditor for the University of Technology. UTech has confirmed that they employed Mr. Sibblies as a Finance Audit Officer on contract in August 1997. He subsequently became the Chief Internal Auditor in 2001. Mr. Sibblies was sworn into political office on September 15, 2020 as a Member of Parliament. Therefore, the university sought advice from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information and some legal advice from the Attorney General. The information that was received from the Attorney General on February 8, 2021 suggested that the Act does not prohibit employees from being members of Parliament. There is therefore no basis in the Act to conclude without more that Mr. Sibblies cannot continue to work for the university based on him being a Member of Parliament. The university also said that they used the advice and consultation with the relevant authorities along with Mr. Sibblies to come to a mutual agreement that he would step away from his role as Chief Internal Auditor. Those internal arrangements have been in place and were put there based on approvals granted from the relevant authorities. They have also stated that they remain keen in ensuring compliance with the legal authorities and regulations for the conduct of public officials. There have been concerns, however, that Mr. Sibblies has not provided any clarifications in relation to his salaries or the concerns that have been expressed by many. His response was that he is hearing about the telephone calls, but he is not aware of whom he is speaking with, and his suggestion was that the person asking the question should send those questions in writing because he is not aware of whom he is speaking with. He says many persons call him from time to time on a daily basis. So his suggestion was that the person making the inquiry should ask in written form, or that they should make contact with the entity so that they can provide the necessary clarifications. Based on further checks, however, it was identified that Sibblies was working with 2 state organizations. Of course, it was also said that, having placed it in writing, the person would be aware of whom they were speaking to. It was also mentioned that when the persons put it in writing, they should send it to Hamilton, who is his attorney at law. He was one of the candidates who ran for the Jamaica Labour Party on September 3, 2020 during the general elections. He won by 6,058 votes to Dallas 5,345 votes. The past few weeks, the question has been, which organization is paying Dwight Sibblies? He is a parliamentarian from the parish of Clarendon, and is still listed as a senior official at the University of Technology. The concern surrounding the Member of Parliament for Clarendon Northern, Dwight Sibblies, is whether or not he has been collecting 2 salaries from the state, or if he chose the higher salary out of the 2. However, he also still retains his job at the University of Technology. Based on checks that were done, he has been employed to the University of Technology for over 23 years. In September 2020, Dwight Sibblies managed to defeat veteran parliamentarian Daly in the general elections. He received 6,058 votes to Daly's 5,345. It has been mentioned that Dwight Sibblies is still a Member of Parliament, and he is still the Chief Internal Auditor at UTech. However, UTech has refuted that claim. He is an attorney at law by training, of course, and is listed as a senior partner in the law firm Sibblies and Associates. Sibblies has refused to respond to questions surrounding why he kept his job at the University of Technology while serving as a member of parliament in the House of Representatives in the Jamaican Parliament. His suggestion was that persons with queries should send them to him in written form and not have a conversation on the phone. Many legal officers have suggested that, apart from potential conflict of interest, it is highly irregular that an elected member of the House of Representatives should effectively hold two government-related jobs. It has also been suggested that while Sibblies operates his personal business, including his legal practice or manufacturing company, nothing would be wrong with same. But since he has not been appointed to the cabinet, which is a stricter policy in terms of additional employment, once he became a member of parliament, it is expected that he would be devoting his full time to doing the job in relation to the people of Jamaica. It was also said that if he has a business, he is not prevented from being associated with that business. But if he has a job with the state prior to being member of parliament and is being paid a salary, then it would be expected that he would give up that job after being appointed as a member of parliament. Many persons have stated that this is quite an irregular situation. It has been mentioned that the cabinet was looking into the matter of potential conflict of interest and also that of Sibblies' salary, and a decision was expected to be made eventually. Another legal mind has mentioned that they found it quite strange that the cabinet has taken so long to rule on such a matter after it had been referred to it by the Ministry of Education. The election has been almost 9 months ago, so this matter should not be taking so long to handle. The exposure to potential conflict of interest would also be a matter of great concern. Another individual suggested that Sibblies' position being such a sensitive one, he should consider to either give it up or quit as the official representative of the people of Clarendon Northern. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this matter surrounding the Member of Parliament for Clarendon Northern, Dwight Sibblies. Do you believe that he still has both jobs? Or do you believe that, of course, he's just operating in the capacity of being Member of Parliament for Clarendon Northern? And do you agree with the person who said that if he wants to keep the job at the University of Technology, he should give up the post of being the official representative of the people of Clarendon Northern? Thanks for watching and goodbye.